2 plus 2 only equals 4 if you accept that 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 is gonna be what I want it to be. You have to seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. Fear kills your ability to see beauty. You have to get beyond fear, back to a comfortable space before you can even start looking around. Fail early. Fail often. Fail often. I don't want to be an icon. I want to be an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent magic. Always say yes, and listen to your girlfriend. Don't expect to be present for my success if you are absent during my struggle. Our concept is, as young as possible, give them as much control over their lives as possible, and the young as much control over their lives as possible, and the concept of punishment. Our experience has been, it has a little too much of a negative quality. So when they do things, and you know Jaden, he's done things, you can do anything you want as long as you can explain to me why that was the right thing to do for your life. I feel that the greatest gift that I can give my children is the freedom to be who they are. As a parent, if it's an oak tree, I want it to grow as an oak tree. I'm not going to try to force it to be an apple tree. And it's just the spiral when it starts going the other way. It's like sometimes you just have to get out the way and wait until the downward spiral stops. Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. Do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. I decided that I would never walk into a room and do anything other than inspire, uplift, and enlighten people. Help people be the greater versions of themselves. I ran into Steven Spielberg at a party, and I jokingly asked him why he never hired me for his movies. Steven said, "Oh, you're too big for my movies. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. When the other guy's eating, I'm working. While the other guy is making love, I'm making love too, but I'm working really hard at it. I'm a student of patterns. At heart, I'm a physicist. Eddie Murphy is funnier than I'll ever be. Denzel Washington is more powerful than I'll ever be. Denzel Washington is more powerful than I'll ever be. I think that my strength is, I can do everything well. You gotta take a shot. You gotta live at the edge of your capabilities. Dream building, life building, is an athletic event. We spend money that we do not have on things we do not need to impress people who do not care. There's nothing you've ever been successful at that you didn't work on every day. The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel. Talent you have naturally. Skill is developed out of hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. There was probably a 12-year point where I didn't take a drink or go out on the weekends. I was so set on my goal that I created a serious circle of protection and elevation because I refused to do anything that wasn't in my best interest. It's hugely important that if you have a dream, you have to dedicate your life to it, and every hour of every day has to be dedicated to bringing it into fruition. God placed the best things on the other side of terror. On the other side of fear are the best things in life. It's difficult to take the first step when you look how big the task is. The task is never huge to me. It always one brick. I know who I am. I know what I believe. And that's all I need to know. So from there, you do what you need to do. And I think what happens is we make this situation more complex. You know, the normal among us make it more complex than it has to be. Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you, and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, because hate in your heart will consume you too.